What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 11 team selection stream. Obviously, we have at the time of recording, or at the time we're going live, we have one more game to go in the game week, which is Brentford versus Fulham. I think a lot of players are still left to play for a lot of people. People have Flecken, Issa, Mbuemo, Raul Jimenez, Smith Rowe. There are quite a bit to play. But for me, I've got only Mbuemo left. 44 points so far. It's a tiny green arrow so far. Once again, Arsenal defense was poor. Trent disappointing. Mikalenko came very close to keeping a clean sheet, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried. Rico Lewis, after Pep was like, we can't bench Rico Lewis. We can't bench Rico Lewis. We don't have anyone to bench Rico Lewis. Goes and benches Rico Lewis. Damn you, Pep. Palmer captaincy. It could have worked. There were a few chances that Palmer had. He still managed to outscore Haaland though. So no return and still managed to get one bonus and outscore Haaland. But yeah, a bit disappointed that it didn't work out. Brennan Johnson returned before he ended up leaving my yet to play Garnacho. Oh my days. If this guy had good decision making, he would have hauled in both the West Ham and Chelsea games. If only he had good decision making. Oh well, it's fine. He has 3 more games. Leicester, Ipswich, and Everton. We'll see if I give him Everton. I don't know. I might switch to even Semenyo by then. We'll see. But he has Leicester and Ipswich for the moment. And by then, obviously, new manager would have Ruben Amorim will be in charge for game week 12 against Ipswich. Then we'll have to kind of wait and see. But yeah, disappointing from Garnacho, given the chances that he had, should have finished. Solanke, he can actually score. And he can actually take a shot on target. Wow. What? Here we go. 16 pointer from Solanke. Double 2 goals, 1 assist. I was just shocked at what I was watching. Like, I turned on the TV for like at the 72nd or 71st minute. I turned it on. Obviously, they were 1-1 the scoreline. And then Solanke gets 2 goals and an assist. I was like, mind blown. I'm like, is this even real life? But yeah, Solanke 16 pointer. Loving that. This guy doesn't even deserve a mention. Doesn't even deserve a mention. I need to drop kick him out of the team. Haaland. Once again, another week, another Haaland blank. Not worth the money. And which is why on the thumbnail, you saw the sold text on the thumbnail on Haaland's picture. Sold. He has gone. Rogers, okay, I'm sorry for anyone who I just said, when we had the comparison of like Rogers versus Smith Rowe, and I told people to start Smith Rowe, got that call wrong. But for Rogers versus Semenyo, and I told people to start Rogers, I guess I got that. It wasn't too bad, I guess. But yeah, another week I benched Rogers. Every time I benched Rogers, he scored. I don't know if this is maybe something that I have to keep an eye out for, but like every time I bench him, he scored. This time I benched him. Unfortunately, he's not coming on. Wish I just didn't have a person that we shall never name. He has permanently made the no buy list. Do you guys have a no buy list? Let me know who's on your no buy list. If you have a no buy list, let me know. I want to know who's on your no buy list because he has made it and he will never be seen the light of day. Is that the correct saying? I don't know. He'll never be in my FPL team from now onwards. Until he plays in the Premier League, he will not see my FPL team. I will never see his face anymore. But yeah, he's gone. Out of here. Get out. Get lost. Too bad. Alright, I'll show you my team. Welcome everyone. How looking at all the chat that's popping up. So yeah, this is the team for this week. As you can see, Haaland sold. I've used my transfers. 2 free transfers. Brennan Johnson before the Ipswich game. Now, I could have sold Morgan Rogers as well. But I chose to sell Brennan Johnson instead. And I'm going to explain my decision making why. Because one, I wanted to keep Garnacho. for the Leicester fixtures, and obviously Brendan Johnson's fixtures after Ipswich. Like it gets harder after Ipswich. And I kind of wanted Salah because I thought Salah. I didn't have a captaincy option. I don't trust the robot anymore. He's malfunctioned. He's no longer trustworthy, so I don't trust him. So I needed a captaincy option for game week 11. And this was before Solanke's Hall. Now, even with Solanke's Hall, I still don't know if I trust him enough for the armband. So I wanted a captain option, and Palmer was unfortunately playing Arsenal, so I went and decided to go and get Salah. So I've got Salah in. Haaland's been sold. Cunha has come in, and Brennan Johnson has gone for Salah. And I'm going to I'm thinking of taking a hit. And I'll tell you what exactly. The plan, what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking of doing Calvert-Lewin to Alexander Isak. What do you guys think? Let me know. Which means I'll play like a 3-4-3. For example, it'll be something like this for a hit. And the team will look something like this actually for game week 11. I have contemplated with the idea of starting Gabriel, but I'm thinking of benching Rhea and starting Fabianski. Not against starting Fabianski. You never know. 0-0 versus Everton versus Stem possible. So I'm not against starting Fabianski, but I don't mind starting Gabriel. So I'm not sure. Rico Lewis, I don't think Rico Lewis will keep a clean sheet, but yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know. And I'm going to read the comments now. Gov, welcome, Gov. How are you doing? Good scores you have. Tiny green arrow, we'll take it. We'll take it definitely. Not too bad after all the reds and everything. I'm still in the 3-4 millions. Depending on how the last game goes, I could still go back to 4 million. Very well possible. Like if Smith Rowe, Raul Jimenez, Wissa, all of them score, then and Mbeumo doesn't do anything, then I could go to 4 million. But so far, we're looking okay. Connor, welcome. West Ham apparently looking to sign old Dortmund manager. Ooh, Edin Terzic if Lopetegui doesn't improve. Fair enough. Shepard, how are you doing, my brother? The team is over the board. Whose team? Your team or my team? Joseph says, good morning, Joseph. How are you doing? 45 points. That's pretty good. With Robinson, ESR, and Raul to go. That's huge. Damn you, Pep. Damn you, Pep. Yeah, I got 17 with Mbeumo and Raul to play. Mbeumo hat trick, please. Possible? Not the best of weeks, eh? Honor. Combe, welcome, Combe. How are you doing? Hi, everyone. We'll be cheering with you tonight, Combe. Says Joseph. Pep's got nothing on me. Tell you all the virtues of Semenyo all season and leave him first bench. Well, Plowboy, did you also ask me about Semenyo versus Rogers? I think a lot of people asked me that, and I went and said Rogers. I guess you missed out on like 1 point. But yeah. Shiraz, welcome, Shiraz. How are you doing? And Joseph says, will be easy in my Fulham assets out though soon. Yeah, fair enough. I think I would also like I have already sold my Fulham assets, but if you have them, I'll probably look to get rid slowly because game week 13 onwards, the run turns a bit more tougher, I would say. So yeah, this is how the team looks like at the moment. Thinking of making the Isak move. I'll do the Isak move. There's no real rush for me because obviously Calvert-Lewin has fallen in price for this week. I don't think he'll fall again this week. Unlikely. And Isak so far hasn't looked close to a rise, but if he does look close to a rise before like the midweek Champions League fixtures and whatnot, then I might look to get him in. But at the moment, he hasn't looked anywhere close to a rise. So I'll wait to see how the midweek Champions League fixtures go, and then obviously make a move. Now, Rogers is being flagged for anyone who has Rogers. I think he should be fine because he looked like he was able to play on as well even after being substituted, so he should be fine. With regards to Palmer, obviously there was a tweet that came out, and I'll bring this up with regards to Palmer. So this is what we have in terms of Palmer. It was purely he's been flagged because of the challenge that Martinez had on him. That slightly high boot. So I think he'll be fine. He was with ice apparently, so let's see. I think Palmer should be fine. Both Palmer and Rogers, I think, will probably be fine. So yeah, that's with regards to the flags. I'm not too worried. Anyone who wants me to look at your teams, please let me know. And obviously, some players that we need to target as well. I need to bring back those players to buy videos. That's why I thought of doing this on Monday instead of Tuesday, so that I have a bit more time during the week to see if I can do that video as well. But I need to keep an eye out. Obviously, here's a few things that I kind of want to get rid of. So Havert Lewin obviously will leave this week. I'm willing to take a hit for it to do it. I think Rhea, Trent, and I'll probably add Rico Lewis as well because Rico Lewis's fixtures, I don't know, City's fixtures not looking great, right? Unless, yeah, like the chances of a clean sheet for City doesn't look great. If anything, I actually don't mind, you know what, doing like a Trent to a Guardiola to keep like a City defender because Guardiola is getting attacking returns. This is insane. He's probably the only defender who's justifying his price tag. So I'll probably do Trent to Guardiola and Rico Lewis. I think Rico Lewis will make way. Maybe I go for a Konate. Maybe I go for someone else. Oh, I think Brighton. Obviously, this guy has now been talked about. Cardiologu. I think Nick in the Discord as well mentioned it. So he's definitely a player to keep an eye out for. I think he could become an option that we might want to look at. 4.5 million as well. And Brighton, Gameweek 13 onwards, pictures looking good. Trent to Kadioglu could become an option, to be honest, if it looks like it. And then obviously Rico Lewis could go to Guardiola as well if I wanted to, but that is not a rush immediately because the fixtures for City don't look the best. But Trent, I think, might go because he's not justifying his value. Now, I won't be surprised if he does do something in the next two, but overall, he's not. This is not worth what I like. Kind of signed up for. Like the money is just too expensive. He hasn't really done anything. Same for Rhea as well. Arsenal haven't kept a single clean sheet since I wildcarded them in, and it's definitely not worth a 5.6 million goalkeeper, to be honest. So those are the two players that, and then Solanke. I think Solanke will eventually have to be phased out slowly, but no real rush at the moment. I'm okay to keep because I want to get Jackson, but Jackson is now on 4 yellow cards. So I have to be a bit more careful because his next one is basically a suspension if he gets one more. So Jackson's the only other striker. Maybe Danny Welbeck potentially, but yeah, we'll see. Solanke is okay there for now. Trent and Rhea are kind of players I kind of want to eventually move out for. And Garnacho, Gameweek 13 might also potentially, 13 or 14 might leave as well. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment in terms of plans that are running through my head. Shepard says my team is over the board, ranked at 201. Let's have a look. And then Gerard says my prediction is that Haaland will score against Brighton. I mean, he could. I won't be surprised if he does, to be honest. But he needs to score he needs to get double digits at this moment to justify his price. Like it's like Haaland is not justifying his price at 15 point whatever million. 2 pointers is not enough. It's definitely not enough. You need to get double digits at least every other week, to be honest, to even justify having him at this point. And like 4 5 weeks of just 2 pointers in a row, that's just poor. Because of him, I've definitely tanked this season. Like just keeping Haaland alone has just like destroyed my season. Mainly losing Salah has destroyed my season, but yeah, Haaland hasn't helped because of multiple captaincy failures. So yeah. Fazid, welcome. I told you one little tweak from Ange to make Solanke stay in the box and not drop will make the difference. Sadly, I sold him. Oh, that's a bit of a blow. That is a bit of a. Now this is Shepard's team. Shepard has Ruben Diaz, Karate, Luis Diaz, But you're looking at wildcard here. Do you have a wildcard chip? Yes, you have. You're looking at wildcard. No, like you can't wait. I think. How many free transfers do you have, Shepard? Because I'm thinking maybe one more week, just make a few transfers, fix the team, and then wildcard straight away. Is what I'm thinking. How many free transfers do you have? We can have a look actually. Because this is definitely in wildcard section. You probably could even wildcard in Gameweek 11, to be honest. But obviously international break then comes into play, so it'll be a bit more careful. But like Luis Diaz, Javi Barnes, Calvert-Lewin, Havertz, Haaland, Ruben Diaz, Pedro Porro can okay, but like I think we're probably looking at like getting rid of majority of the team. Moko, welcome. Thoughts on Luis Hall? I like him. I think I've been mentioning Luis Hall the last couple of weeks, last 2 weeks at least, with regards to a player that I'm looking at when Newcastle's fixtures turn. Because he's getting the minutes. Newcastle's fixtures will turn soon, which is where is it? Game week 13 or something? Where's Newcastle? So they have 3 good, decent fixtures now. Yeah, 16, not too bad. I don't mind Luis Hall at like what 4.3 million. Can't go wrong, to be honest. Maybe I should just go for Luis Hall instead of Isak. Nah, I'll go for Isak this week. So yeah, I don't mind Luis Hall, to be honest. 1 free transfer. Damn. Do you think we should wildcard this team, Shepard? Is it worth probably just pressing the wildcard button? Like Luis Diaz can be sold. Harvey Barnes, Calvert-Lewin. There's just too many problems in the team. No Son or Solanke. Should I buy one or roll? What does the rest of the team look like, Gov? Son, I'll be a bit more careful. Solanke, I don't mind, but I don't know if I would want to buy him and then you'll probably want to be selling very soon as well. Depending on your team, I might even roll, to be honest. Yeah, it's Ipswich. It's a good fixture, but then after that, you might look to slowly transfer Spurs assets also out, right? Which is why I kind of got rid of Johnson. Like City, Bournemouth, Chelsea, even Fulham are not an easy team to play against. Then they got Liverpool as well. It's not the easiest of fixtures. Depends on whether you want him as a forward going for the next couple of weeks, or do you want to get another forward instead? Son, I'm a bit more careful because of like he's coming back from injury. I'm not sure fully. I'm fully not sure how fit he is as well. Is a bit of a problem. At this point, I don't know. Okay. Let's try and wildcard, right? Let's look at wildcarding on this team. But let's try and build a wildcard for now. Who would you want if you were to build a wildcard? I'm just gonna put some random names in, and then we'll try and see how we go. I'm just gonna see like what you can try and build, to be honest. Defensive options. Would you go Luis Hall? Probably, right? Damsgaard is a midfielder. Could become Rogers, maybe. Let's keep him for now. Anderson from Fulham will have to slowly be eased out. Let's say you went Cardiologu from Brighton. Tyler. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Indeed, don't forget to like and subscribe. 199 in the league. No Haaland or Salah all season. Who's my next out? Ooh, let's have a look as well. I'll load your team up as well. Maybe it might give me a few ideas. on a wild card. Uh, your transfer. Oh, Semenyo, unlucky. That is unlucky. Home says, Karan, welcome, Karan. How are you doing? I'm waiting for after Game Week 11 to hit the wildcard, as I know I'll most probably have a few players pick up an injury during the international break. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm kind of worried with Shepard's team as well. But Shepard has so many issues that I don't know. I'm wondering whether we can fix it as well by taking a hit. Okay, let's try Shepard's team and taking a hit to see if we can fix it first, and then wildcard. All right. First of all, but before that, Stuart, which is Plowboy. How many transfers, Plowboy? You're probably looking at what? Defense kind of needs to be fixed, no? Van der Ven, I don't know if he'll be fit. Kind of have expected back 23rd of November. So Van der Ven is probably someone you probably want to get out, right? And bring like a defender in potentially. Which defender would you bring in this week though? Ain't Nuri potentially. Who else? Maybe Lewis Hall, but it's a away game. That not the best of situations to be in. Bournemouth defense also, I don't really mind too much. Any other defenders anyone has? Brighton defense in the long depends. Have you played your wild card? Yes, you have. So Van de Ven kind of has to go. You'll want to play Jack Semenyo the upcoming week against Brentford, which means one of the strikers will have to be dropped, which is either Kai Havertz or Jackson. And at this moment, I don't know which one you're going to drop. Because if you're going to play a 3-5-2, you probably want to start Bowen as well, right? This week. And Semenyo as well. So one of Jackson or Havertz will have to be dropped. Kirkis is 4.4. Yeah, Kirkis is also not a bad option. 140 in your league. McNeil to Bruno or Joao Pedro to Isak? Ooh, Joao Pedro to Isak. I don't mind that as well, to be honest, Karan. But obviously, like, I think we discussed this as well. Like, the Bruno punt is not a bad... Like, it's worth the risk, I think, the Bruno punt. The McNeil to Bruno punt. All depends on what you're, like... Okay, let me bring your team up and I'll have a look as well. Shepard says Saka. Luis Diaz to Saka? No. What if you did Luis Diaz to Salah? How is that possible? Can you even get that? No, you can't. Did Luis Diaz to Salah? You have Ruben Diaz is a problem as well, to be honest. This team kind of needs like a wild card this week. Like, so many questions. Ruben Diaz and obviously Calvert-Lewin, probably the main players to get rid of. You could do Calvert-Lewin to... What if you did Calvert-Lewin to like a Cunha or Strand Larsen? Bruno's potential exit route in 14 to Bowen. Yep, that could also work. FPL Cortex, welcome. Morning, people. He says, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I haven't got many free transfers, which is another reason. That's true. Fair enough. I took a -8 and removed Haaland, Bowen, and ESR for Saka, Salah, and Cunha. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's wildcard, mate. All right, let's look at building a wildcard. Karan, I'll get to your team as well soon. I'll just load it up. But I'm going to quickly build a wildcard team. With this one. So if you were to build a wildcard team, Salah you want. Who are the must-want players at this moment? Let's say Salah. Okay, for example, let's say I'm just gonna put Guardiola in there, even though I don't know, like, might not be the best of ideas, but at this moment he's doing well as a premium defender. Let's say Calvert-Lewin, obviously definitely out. Let's say Havertz moves to Isak. Harvey Barnes moves to. Should you go Brennan Johnson for that Ipswich fixture? If Konate, do we know what's the status of Konate? Wildcard midfield, Salah, Palmer, Saka, and Mbeumo? Can we get Saka as well? We should be able to. Haaland has got to go then. Haaland has got to go for Shepherd. Do you want to get rid of Haaland, Shepherd? I guess that is something you have to answer yourself. I think I would probably get rid of Porro as well, to be honest. Not really sure if he's fully worth it. SJ, welcome. How are you doing? In terms of defenders, obviously I said Lewis Hall potentially as one option. I think Kirkcase was another player I mentioned. Oh, sorry, I mentioned Bournemouth defender. Kirkcase was mentioned by Moko. And the reason I put Kirkcase is because of this run. Konate could become Kadioglu from this thing, so you can play something like this potentially. 12 million. In my opinion, defender should be Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham, and other two maybe Bournemouth and 4.0. Liverpool, Arsenal, and Forest. So Guardiola should become like a Gabriel, right? Liverpool means that you'll need like a Konate. You'd probably keep Konate then. Where's Konate? Milenkovic, Kirkes, and 4.0. The problem with Forest, now Forest have just ended their good run. Now they have Newcastle, Arsenal, Ipswich is good, but then City, United, Aston Villa, Brentford, and Spurs. I'll be fully honest. I think the chances of keeping clean sheets are now lower. They'll still be defensively solid, but chances of clean sheets are probably low. SJ says thoughts on game week 10 depends on how it went for you. SJ, Ole Aina points. Okay, you had Ole Aina points. Definitely good for you. For me, it's been like a tiny green, but it could all change depending on how the the Fulham versus Brentford game goes. Because I only have Mbeumo, but there are so many like FPL options in play in that game. So, goalkeeper, I would like Kepa, but maybe you should just go Cells instead. I don't know. It's not even. No, they're not going to keep clean sheets. Ideally, I would like a Kepa, to be honest. Maybe you could go Verbruggen. And instead of Kadioglu, you have Fabianski over here. For example, you'll start Fabianski instead of Verbruggen. And then instead of Kadioglu, you will have like I don't know, Lewis Hall or something. I still don't know about Pedro Porro, to be honest. Might probably get rid of Pedro Porro for like a 4.0. Check out my team. For me, it was massive. Check out my team. Is your team a wildcard team, SJ? Sanchez keeper punt? Sanchez keeper punt could also work. Would you go Sanchez or would you go Levi Colville instead? Keepers are Star and Brentford. You want to go Brentford? I wouldn't go Brentford. Star, Jose Star could potentially pay off. Brentford, I don't know. Then they're not going to keep you clean sheets. I'll tell you now itself. Jose Star, maybe that could potentially pay off. I don't mind Webbruggen as well, but yeah. I'll have a look at your team soon, SJ. Which other team you think gets clean sheets in the next 5? So clean sheets in the next 5, right? Let's say 11 to what? 16, for example. That's 6 game weeks. I think Brighton have a decent chance. Bournemouth, I think, probably has to be considered as well. Man, Ipswich. But realistically, not going to be playing Ipswich defenders, right? Even though that run is still there. Lewis Hall for 3 weeks, maybe four good fixtures in the next 6. Ent Nouri, I can see why Ent Nouri is. A lot of people are looking at getting Ent Nouri. Unfortunately, Ent Nouri has gone to what, 4.7 or something now. Maybe Josesa might be slightly better. Cheaper Nouri, Man United also Semenyo cheap mid. Semenyo, yes. So instead of John, you can have Johnson this week and then move it to Semenyo potentially. Saka. So Haaland is the other thing, Shepard. Do you want Haaland? Is the question. Brighton and Forest keep a rotation? Brighton and Forest keep a rotation. Brighton and Forest. Game week 19. Cells here. Webbruggen. I mean, you'll be just starting Webbruggen. Like, you could just go instead of Forest and you can just go West Ham. Fabianski all the way to Webbruggen. Doesn't really matter over here. Like, you can save that 0.5. You're going to be starting Webbruggen for like almost most of the fixtures, right? You might as well just go and get Fabianski, is what I would say, and save 0.5 million. Manchester United can keep a clean sheet. They could. The only reason I'm not adding Manchester United is because a new manager will be in there by game week 12, and Ruben Amorim plays with like his system is usually wing backs. Manchester United don't really have the capabilities of playing a back 3 formation. So there's too much uncertainty in Manchester United defense that it's probably not worth the risk. Delap to Strand Larsen, Lewis to Mazrai, 2 free transfers. Shepard, another Fabianski starting, you want in rotating go Fabianski, another 4.5 would be a good option. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think like West Ham and Brighton keep a rotation could work. I'll need Rico Lewis replacement soon. Maybe we'll go Bournemouth next week. Yeah, I think Kirkes or Lewis Hall, Curran, those could work as well. Guardiola or Gabriel. I would at this moment, you kind of have to go for an Arsenal defender, right? Surely they'll have to improve over Manchester City's fixtures. Like City's fixtures aren't the best, but Guardiola at this moment is just getting attacking returns that I would just go for Guardiola, to be honest. Delap to Strand Larsen and Luis to Mazraoui, 2 free transfers, or Delap to Cunha and Gabriel to Ent Nouri. Ooh. I'll probably do Delap to Strand Larsen, FPL Cortex. I think you do you have a wildcard chip left, FPL Cortex? Because I still think you'd want Gabriel gaming 12 onwards. But yeah. Kepa is out with unknown return date. It's Travers doing the business. Yeah, could go for that. Or would you go for Kirkes instead, more attacking? Let's keep Haaland and that. Okay, nice to be back on stream. Amit, welcome. Dart is good right side of wing back and he's only 5 million. That's true. Andy, how are you doing? I have the worst defense in FPL. I mean, you invested very cheaply in defense. I don't, unfortunately. Okay, so I probably still go Delap to Strand Larsen and Lewis to Mazraoui. Wait, FPL Cortex, do you have Rea in goal as well? That's another important question because that depends on whether you want to keep Gabriel or not. Hall and Anderson? The only thing certain about taking Haaland out is that you will be panicking and scrambling to get him back in and sooner rather than later. I have made my peace. Haaland capable of scoring a hat-trick any given week. Um, the I think what I need is, as long as overall team can still outperform. Here's the thing, right? I had this week. I'll show you guys. I had Haaland plus Calvert-Lewin. Instead, I could just go and get Isak plus Cunha, significantly better upgrade over Calvert-Lewin. Definitely, anyone is better than Calvert-Lewin at this moment. And I can get Isak, who's about to go on some good fixtures. And I can upgrade my midfield. Like I've upgraded Johnson to Salah, who at this moment Salah is better than Haaland. I think that if like overall can outscore what the combination of Haaland, Calvert-Lewin, or Haaland plus Strand Larsen, let's say for example, it all depends on combinations. It's just not Haaland alone. It's also combinations of what you can get without Haaland. So if the combinations of without Haaland does better for me over the next couple of fixtures, then even though Haaland does end up scoring, so um Shepard is keeping Haaland. In that case, I would not have Saka for the moment. You guys might not like it, but Chelsea, Forest, not the best of fixtures at the moment, and they also have Man United and Fulham. So I don't know. I might not even get Saka, potentially. Might even have Semenyo or Saka for the moment. Just because if you want to keep Haaland, you can't have Salah, Palmer, Saka, and Haaland. It's not possible. So you kind of need to sacrifice one. And at this moment, I would sacrifice Saka over Palmer and Salah. Slightly different surname, Shiraz. Andrew. Oh, Andrew. Andy changed. Andy Burton, Andrew Barton. Wait, is this two different YouTube accounts, Andrew? Have you subscribed with this new YouTube account? Uh, um, okay, so 7.9 in the bank that we kind of need to fix, which means Pedro Porro also probably he'll have to leave, right? Porro will have to go, even if you were to look and get like a 4.0, for example. No, but he's got a cool name. Oh, so it's Andy Barton and Andrew Barton. Oh, and Andy Burton and Andrew Barton, two different people. This current team is unaffordable. Yeah, no, it's definitely unaffordable. So we're going to make some changes again. How much is this? Is a 4.3. Pedro Porro, would you downgrade to a 4.0? Anyone? Any takers? 4.0s? Or any other options? Maybe Brighton? 6.9 million. How am I going to do this, guys? Something has got to give. Cunha to Strand Larsen. Something still got to give. Semenyo to... No. Would you go Semenyo or maybe Johnson? To like, even if you were to do like, I don't know what, Harry Winks or something, 4.5. Still not enough. Hmm. Can't build a sustainable team with Palmer, Salah, and Haaland. No, you can't. Palmer has to go then. You really want to get rid of Palmer though. Give me a 4.0 defender, guys. Konate can't stay in there. He's got to go. This is Karan's team. I'm keeping it up. This is Stuart's team, Shepard's team. Shepard, we're going to move the team to 4.0 defender. Anyone got any 4.0 defender suggestions? Hope Mbemo delivers today. Gabriel and Guardiola will be missing. That's true. 4.0. Kohli maybe? Milenkovic is 4.5. Mazraoui 4.5, Kirkes, Lewis Hall, Alex Moreno. Oh, you can go 4.8 defender. Oh. Could do something like this. 0.3 in the bank. 4.8 midfielder. 5.9. Could do something like this. Vanderberg. Yeah, you could do Vanderberg as well. So maybe instead of, I don't know, maybe instead of Kadioglu, you went Vanderberg. Delete for bullet headers. Oh, yes, true. That would also work. 5 million though. Can't do 5 million. Too expensive. 4.8 only available. That's why I put Mazraoui in it. I don't mind Mazraoui, to be honest. Could go Vanderberg. You might have to play around with it, Shepard. Like if you went this to maybe, let's say, Vanderberg, Kadioglu to Vanderberg. Then you could go delete instead if you wanted to. Although I'm not fully, so I don't know. Maybe I might go Dalot instead of delete, if anything. And then I might even think of, getting in the Brighton keeper Verbruggen instead of Jose Sa and like Fabianski in here. This is another team you could try. Obviously, bench is significantly weaker with Harry Winks and Vanderberg, but yeah. Bergs from Ipswich. Yes. Oh, yes, you could do that instead. Yes. Boranate better than Winks. How much is Boranate? Yes, that's true. How much is Boranate though? 5.1. I don't have the money. Delete will have to go back to Mazraoui. This could work. Here you go. This is one potential wildcard team that has Haaland, Salah, Saka. Okay, I'm going to tell you immediately what might be a slight issue. The lack of Chelsea players. Especially either Cole Palmer or Jackson. Now, Jackson is not an immediate get, but the lack of Chelsea players will be a bit of a problem. Like in Chelsea attack, that's kind of what I'm worried. At this moment, I would rather get Palmer over Saka. And I'm not fully sure. Like you'll have to downgrade Bonanote again. Saka to Palmer. 0.8. So there might Haaland needs to go. Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep, you can't have them all. No, you can't have them all. So you have to sacrifice somewhere. So this is why if you get Saka over Haaland, that's the unless your other sacrifices you get rid of Gabriel. Gabriel just go not worth it. So instead of Saka, you go Palmer, and instead of Gabriel, you go and get like a 5.4 defender. You can go and get Konate, for example. You have Konate, right? You can keep Konate, for example. This is also not too bad, actually. No Saka, though. But yeah. So yeah, I guess this is for anyone looking at like a wildcard. All depends on like budget and whatnot. But something for you to play with. And I think compared to your current team, this probably looks a bit more better. If not Haaland, then who do you prefer? If you don't have Haaland, then obviously Salah, Palmer, and Saka would be there. Isak would come in to the striker line instead of Haaland for me. I'll have Isak. The bench is thin as Pringles. Yeah. But I know where my transfers need to be. Attack is sorted. I think defense was in FPL history. I think. Brentford can keep clean sheets. I can't. Yogesh Haaland getting the chances but missing them. No, like, okay, here's the thing. I did see that City game. Haaland was pretty quiet. Let's be honest. Haaland was pretty quiet for most of the game. And they had their first shot in target, what, after the 80 something minute? He was pretty quiet, I would say. All right, thanks, mate. No worries, Shepard. Have a look, have a think about, and see how you go. Um, and decide whether you want to play the wildcard this week or next week. Obviously, if you wait one more week, maybe a bit more information. But also, I guess, depends on how much you're willing to take this coming week in terms of slightly more pain. This team is very close to what a Game Week 12 wildcard would be like as well, to be honest. But kind of close to. So I'm not too worried about it. In international break, something could happen, which is a bit of a problem, but yeah. Sagar Bhama, Gabriel to Konate works. Yeah, I would say that. That's what I would say so. 6-2 in the league for Amit. Okay, let's have a look at some of the teams that I was supposed to look at. All right, so we'll start with Stuart. Karan is there as well, and then Amit as well. Was I supposed to load someone else as well that I missed? I'm gonna have a look at the chat again. See if I missed anyone that asked for a team review. So Plowboy. This is Plowboy's team. Karan's team we have next after Plowboy. SJ, where's your team, SJ? Damn, SJ is second in the league. Whew. SJ is second in the league. And then Amit after that, I think. Have I missed anyone else? Let me know if I missed anyone else. Andrew. Okay, chat is going pretty fast. I sent you a message. Okay, I'll have a look at this little tiger. When I move out Haaland, I may still keep Foden. Fair enough. Haaland is kind of always quiet. He needs to be on ball on him, and he scores how the past 2 game season converting, but also KDB coming back. True, KDB coming back could change. I can take a risk. Haaland to Isak. Fair enough. All depends on what you want to do. Like, this team is also all right. If you want to keep Haaland for a bit more longer, it's not the worst scenario to be in. And then you can look to get Saka in later. It's only Saka that's missing in this team. So you don't have to. If you want to wait a bit more, you can. There is no rush for it. No way Haaland stays in this mode forever. All of a sudden, City and Haaland looks like decay when you least suspect. Yeah, true. I got rid of Haaland. Oh, Tiger, welcome to the club. All right, let's start looking at some teams now. This is Plowby, who I think is probably going to be playing a 3-5-2 next week, which means I think defense is where you kind of have to fix it. Plowby. So Van der Ven has to kind of go out, and you have to bring in a defender for next week. The question is, which defender are you looking to try and get? And maybe you'll have to bench one of Jackson or Havertz if you're playing a 3-5-2, because you probably want to start Semenyo against Brentford, right? So that's Plowby. I'll wait for Plowby's reply, and I'll also look at Currents as well. Current 44, not too bad. Current looking good. Obviously, Raul and Mbeumo to go. Joao Pedro. Now you were saying Joao Pedro to Isak or McNeil to Bruno? Honestly, I'll be okay. Here's the thing: Joao Pedro to Isak Current is probably the longer term play, because you're probably going to be keeping, not probably, you're most likely going to be keeping Isak, Forest, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Brentford, Leicester, Ipswich. You're probably going to be keeping Isak unless he gets injured for this run, right? Until Game Week 19, you're most likely Isak is going to stay in the team. So it's a slightly more longer term play with Isak. Whereas with Bruno Fernandes, I think it's fair to say it's a 3 game week stint, if anything. If you want the longer term play, I think Isak is the most sensible option. Bruno Fernandes is definitely a vibes risky punt. Aaron. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Yogesh says, Ryan, you think Arsenal are deflated already given the 8-point gap? I know they are professionals and they can get back on saddle, but Saka doesn't look like a must-have. No, I don't think so. The fixtures are slightly hard as well, which is why I'm happy to not have Saka at the moment. Like Chelsea, Forest, not the easiest. West Ham, I think they'll do really well, to be honest. Then again, you've got Man United, Fulham, the easiest of challenges as well. I think from game week 16 is where I kind of would want Arsenal. Here's the thing. For me, Arsenal, I would definitely look at Arsenal attack way more. And this includes Havertz as well. Once Martin Odegaard is back, Martin Odegaard is massive for the front pressing that Arsenal do. Because of Arsenal's front pressing, Odegaard as one of the key players of it, that helps them hold the ball, which means that defense is not under threat as much as it is right now. I think now the defense is under significantly more threat because pressing structure is not working properly. No Odegaard to do it, obviously, and to lead that line. They're kind of missing his creativity and ball holding capabilities as well. So once Odegaard is back, they will improve. But for now, kind of you can go away without Saka. He isn't essential per se, is what I would say. Hope you're well, as they say in Ireland. Isak is long term, Bruno is 3 weeks, then Bowen. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm wondering whether it's just it's like it probably makes a bit more sensible. Like it's probably more sensible to go for like I don't know, to go for probably Isak, right? I've kept him Shiraz, but just move the captaincy until he's back at it. Who is this? Is this Haaland? I bloody put Aina on the bench. Oh no, Tiger. EPL teams have understood how to put 2 to 3 defenders around Haaland and annoy him, especially in Rodri's and KDB's absence. Less ball tracking, more man-to-man approach. And also, Grealish being injured doesn't help as well because Grealish used to create for Haaland as well. So Haaland is just like starving from lack of service. That's one problem. Andrew says Lewis Hall seems to have cemented his place. Yes, true, in Newcastle. 4.3 I think is pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, create 4.3 million. I think that I might look at getting Lewis Hall in a couple of weeks. Trent to Lewis Hall or Trent to Kadialagu. I need to learn to pronounce his name. But the Brighton defender, you guys know who I'm talking about. Could also be an option in game week. I think that's game week 13 after the Southampton game. Yep, 3-5-2 went Van der Ven to Tennessee and bench Jackson. So you're spot on. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, okay. Makes sense. It'll take a while for Odegaard to get back to his best. Yeah, that's the thing. So once Odegaard is properly fit and firing for Arsenal, then I will look at Arsenal attack way more. And unfortunately, I went and got Arsenal double defense, and that's also been impacted with the lack of Odegaard as well, to be honest. Hold on, Man United players, bind them. Any sack manager the week after the team always do well the week after the loss. There is a slight new manager bounce, but they're still overall United's biggest problem this season has been finishing, and it was once again on display in the Chelsea game. Now, Bruno Fernandes, to be honest, if Bruno Fernandes had better attackers around him, Bruno Fernandes would now be one of the highest scoring players in FPL. If he had better attacks, the amount of chances that he's set up and that his teammates haven't really put in the net, it's just criminal. Poor Bruno Fernandes owners. Like the points they got today, like this week, was deserved because the amount of chances he's been creating for all these attackers who just can't find the net. Oh my days. Robinson, Beast needs his minions. Alright, so that's Karan and that's Plowby. Next up is SJ with 66 points with Oleana. How SJ, you must be one of the very few people who managed to get a clean sheet from Harvard Bellis this season in FPL. Levi Colwill, Foden, Rogers, Salah, Embuemo, Haaland, Watkins, and Chris Wood. This guy just keeps scoring, man. It's should have just gone for. How did I go for Calvert Lewin and not go for Chris? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Oh my days, never mind. Chris Wood. Now the question is, can Chris Wood continue it during this? Can he do it on a cold Tuesday night on at Stoke? Can he continue the form against these fixtures? We'll have to wait and see. But the rest of the team looking solid. What are you planning on doing, SJ, with your team? What's the next set of moves that you've got in play to do? Um, then obviously we have Amit as well, 52 points. Well played, Amit. Well played. Salah captaincy, obviously. Rogers, Palmer, Haaland, Wood, Embuemo, and Raul Jimenez to go with Guardiola as well. Good stuff. That defense is legendary. Aina, Bellis, and Cole. I know, right? Incredible. Incredible scenes. And Amit, what are you thinking of doing as well? One free transfer, 1.3 in the bank. Rogers to Garnacho, Mikalenko to Mazraoui. Ooh. Mm, I'm just wondering if you want Rogers back again soon. Like after game week 13, you probably want Rogers again for this run. So you can go and get Garnacho, but it's a punt. I'm going to tell you now, it's a punt, by the way, the Garnacho move. I've owned Garnacho for now 2 weeks. 5 days. He should have scored in both game weeks. I've seen both game weeks, and I can't believe how he's not come away with a single goal in both game weeks. So Garnacho is that player that if he scores, he's getting a haul. He's getting a double-digit haul. Otherwise, you're just stuck with 2 pointers and frustration after watching him. And then obviously Tiger's team as well that I need to bring up. All right, Tiger's team. So this is Tiger's team for Game Week 11. Trent, Oleana, Nuri, Gabriel Johnson, Boomer, Smithrow, Cunha, Isak, Watkins. Ooh, Isak captaincy. Fair enough. How much money in the bank, Tiger? I think you're definitely looking to wildcard in Game Week 12, aren't you, Tiger? You have your wildcard, right? Still? Game Week 12 is definitely a wildcard for you. The question is, how much money in the bank and how many free transfers? Yes, that's the plan, going early on the train. Fair enough. Wood, Visa, Welbeck, maybe Pedro, 5.4 million. Good starting points for getting other forwards in one move to get Salah, Palmer, Saka, Son, Mbeumo. No, you can't fit Salah's, Palmer, Saka, Son, and Mbeumo. That's suicidal, Andy. Don't even think about it. Being a United fan, I can't see double pain if Garnacho keeps missing sitters, so I can't FPL him. Fair enough. I'm like 176 in the league if you want to take a look. Alright, let's bring it up, Freddy. I was watching that game. I can't believe Garnacho missed two absolutely best, like really good chances to win the game for United, and he just fluffed his lines. Okay. I think Freddy, you also asked me about Rogers versus Semenyo, and I said Rogers. Missed out on 1 point, unfortunately, but is what it is. 44 though, not too bad after the -8, I would say. Visa and Raul and Flecken to go. That's not too bad. So you're starting Semenyo next week, right? For sure. So who gets the bench next week? Tough decision on who to bench between Raul and Visa. Or do you bench Rogers? Probably bench Rogers. 3-4-3. Or play Rogers and bench Raul. What do you think, Freddy? And Mikalenko as well. I don't really mind starting Mikalenko if you wanted next week. Maybe over. Would you start him over Rico Lewis though? Up to you to decide. As a Ghana Chona, I'm happy because he's getting these chances so he can score anytime. But as a manager, I'm fuming. But I still thinking he'll score. Same. I'm still thinking he'll score. But I'm also fuming. Rogers, I think, yeah, fair enough against Liverpool, right? Cool. 3-4-3. Rogers bench for sub. And Semenyo comes on. Mikkel, I don't. Now, I have contemplated the idea of starting. This is my team. I've thought about the idea of starting Mikalenko. It all depends on how I want to approach it. I could do this as well. Here's the thing. I am at this moment at 3.8 million. Let's say I'm 4 million because it could go to 4 million after tomorrow's games. After tomorrow's game. Let's say I'm at 4 million. At this point, I kind of have nothing to lose. So I'm willing to bench Rico Lewis and start Gabriel. And I'm even willing to bench Rare and start Fabianski. And the only reason I'm starting Gabriel is more for attacking returns chance than any clean sheet, to be honest. But this is kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, obviously, and Calvert-Lewin will most definitely leave, and I'm thinking of getting Isak in. So Rogers will be like first sub. It'll be like a 3-4-3 with Isak in there, or a hit. I don't mind. At this point, I'm gonna play aggressive. I'm gonna be keeping now. Okay, here's the thing. I have nothing to lose now. FPL. I'm not winning FPL. So my next bet is to I'm just gonna go play aggressive plays and see what we can do. Rank will fluctuate. That is fine. But we're gonna play aggressive plays now. So yeah. You like Rogers as first sub. He's good cover till 5. Still 5.4. Still an easy price point to move to easily go to Palmer to Rogers for a few weeks. Rogers is a good transfer in. Yeah, I don't mind having Rogers as first sub, to be honest. That's why I kept him. If injuries happen to big names, Rogers is a cheap transfer cover. Yeah, that's true. Gabriel against top 6 sides away, he usually scores a bullet header, which is why I kind of started him. So we'll see how it goes. 10.5 in the bank. You have 10.5 in the bank. 5 days. You need to use that money. All right, Tiger, you are going to be using that money this week. And you're probably going to be looking at you could do McNeil to Salah and Captain Salah this week, Tiger. I probably might just do that. McNeil to Salah and Captain Salah. And then you might have to decide whether you actually bench Olaina this time. I don't know if you want to bench Olaina again, but that's one option. McNeil to Salah. What I probably might think of doing, Tiger, for this week and just captain him. Not tempted by Son for Ipswich. I'm worried about Son's minutes, to be honest. Like, even this game, he came off, right? I'm not sure how fit he is. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. So, maybe Tiger, you can wait till wait till Spurs play their Europa League fixture, see what happens. I want to see whether whether he plays first of all, whether Son plays, and if so, how many minutes he plays. But yeah, wildcard game week 12 for you, Tiger, definitely. And Evan, welcome. Long time no see. 36 with 2 to play. Bench Semenyo for deeply. That's unlucky. That is unlucky. Son was human. His hunger felt inviting. True. Fair points. Fair points. You could do. How many transfers do you have, Tiger? How many free transfers do you have? You could also do McNeil to Huming Sun and maybe. No, you might not have enough money to get both Huming Sun and Salah. I highly doubt you'll have the money to do that. Like Smith Rowe to Salah and McNeil to Huming Sun. Is that even possible for you? But that would mean potentially benching Watkins this week. Don't have any. So wait for Sun. Wait and see how the okay. So monitor Salah's price. I don't think Salah will rise again. He's already risen this week. Ditch Trent, could ditch Trent, but he doesn't have any transfers. Like he has only one free transfer, I think. Tiger, you have only one free transfer, right? So that's just taking hits. Probably not worth it if it's taking hits. Like 3 got bench and then scored a hat trick. Fair enough. I have Sun and Solanke. One of them will be captain. Hard says Solanke, but with rest midweek, Sun should get around 75 minutes. Fair points. On 45, 45 for 8, Nehal? With Jimenez, Boomer, and Bisa to go. Wow. That's already a pretty good score line. Ouch. Yeah. One free transfer. When shall I get Salah? Well, you can either get Salah this week or Sun this week. And it all depends on how the midweek Champions League and Europa League fixtures go. So wait till that is done, and then we'll decide on getting one of them. But you definitely get Salah on your wildcard in Game Week 12. Rodgers in my first 11 every week, and it too good for the bench. Every time I benched Rodgers, he scored. There's some voodoo stuff happening, man. Like every week I bench Rodgers, he just scores. There's definitely some voodoo that I need to check and see what's actually happening. Yeah. Nehal looking pretty good. Great scoreline, to be honest. I only have Boomer left, and I'm on 44 at the moment. So I'm not sure how this will probably end up becoming a grey arrow. So we'll see. So before Friday, yeah, before Friday, Tiger. This week it's a late deadline, isn't it? Wait, that deadline's basically on like Sunday. Oh my days, late deadline. I don't mind a late deadline on a Saturday. I'll definitely be asleep. I won't be watching Brighton versus Man City. So as a non-Haaland owner, it is what it is. But I'll probably get up for Liverpool versus Aston Villa. I'm at the point of doing Palmer to Sun and captain and then Palmer back in for my game with 12 hour cut. My season can't get any worse. Yeah. I'm not against it, to be honest. At this point, anyone like me who are in the 2 million, 3, maybe not 2 million, 2 million you still could get top 100k. I don't know. 3 million, 4 million ranks, 5 million ranks. Take risk, have fun, nothing to lose. That's the motto right now for me. The picture of Palmer in a Man City shirt. Do they? Nah, it's not a Chelsea shirt. I benched Rodgers for Saka this week, but that was the right decision. Yeah, true. I think it was. If I had Saka, I would have probably died as well, to be honest. I mean, I benched Rodgers for Calvert-Lewin this week. I don't know how smart that was, but yeah, I did. Also, Calvert-Lewin, this is not Calvert-Lewin. Just imagine that this is Isak in here for a hit. This is not going to be Calvert-Lewin. I'm going to be getting rid of Calvert-Lewin this week. How do you sleep, Ryan, when you play? Ooh, my captain? My captain's not going to be Haaland. I'll have Salah as my captain. Plenty of decent forward options. Welbeck very attractive from Game Week 30. That is true. That is very true. When is my differential captaincy, but I'll probably go with the template captain. The template captain is going to be Haaland again. I'm just going to tell you now. It's going to be Haaland again. Template captaincy. People aren't going to put it on Salah because it's like a harder fixture, but it's going to be Haaland again. And I'm going differential here. Were you supporting New Zealand or India in the recent Test series? Kirin trashed us 3-0. Who trashed who? Who were India playing? Oh, in the race. I'm not Indian though. So for me, I don't support India. On my app, they do. Honestly, that's just what I am. 2.6 million rank. Just want to have fun at this point. Yep, same. I'm not saying this week. I'm talking generally. How do I sleep in? I don't know, man. Like I just like yeah, it is what. Just get up, look at the score on the FPL app. Ah, okay. It's a green. Oh, it's a big score. Oh, pretty happy. Let's see what actually happened. Oh, tiny score. It is what it is. Go watch the highlights, see what went wrong. Come on Monday or Tuesday and talk to you guys about it, and sometimes do mini rants if I'm not happy with the likes of Cavalry. Two 4 million goalkeepers, Ainuri and Vanderberg. Southampton 4 million defender, O'Shea 4 million Ipswich. I can't believe what's the best defense for 24.5 million if you can help. 24 point, oh my days. Two 4 million goalkeepers. So you have Fabianski. I would probably still go for a 4.5 million goalkeeper Andy. Vanderberg, Southampton 4 million defender, O'Shea 4 million, Ipswich 3.9 million, Ipswich. My days. 25, 24.5. 24.5. Sheesh. Uh, let's have a look. Can you get Lewis Hall? Honestly, I would look at Lewis Hall, Turkish if you can. You're looking for cheap defenders. Nope. Nope. Where is Ipswich? Where's Burgers? This might have to do for now. Unless you go O'Shea instead. I mean, I don't know if there are any others like 3 point whatnot. No, that's it. I saw Lewis, Man City defender. Can you go and get Lewis Hall and Kirkis? Maybe Hall and probably Kirkis. Or even like another like Bournemouth player. Which is the best defense to rotate with Man United? Ooh, that's a good question. Uh, Villa maybe? Probably Aston Villa, no? From the looks of it. But Aston Villa don't keep clean sheets, that's the problem. Who else rotates nicely? Wolves is not too bad. Spurs, Newcastle. Aston Villa looks like a really nice rotation for some reason. Start start Man United defense here, start Aston Villa here, Man United and then Aston Villa. But Aston Villa aren't going to keep you clean sheets too much. Then you go and you probably look at like a Wolves defender. At this point, you rather play the Wolves defender in Ain't Nuri probably. Is there any other team? No one really else. That's Brighton, maybe potentially. Chelsea potentially could work as well. So Brighton, Chelsea. You could play, yeah. Yeah, you could probably go with like a Brighton as well potentially. Not too bad of a rotation. Maybe you could go with Chelsea as well. So you'll have like three defense here, then Chelsea, back to United, and then back to Chelsea here. West Ham playing goalkeeper at the moment, Hall, Anderson, Vanderberg. Okay, fair enough. And one free transfer this week and looking to replace Pau Torres. Ooh, looking to replace Pau Torres. So you're looking for a defending option. At this moment, let me try and bring it up for you guys. Hold on. I think it'll probably be more of a. I was looking at Brighton or Forest defense. I think Brighton's fixtures are about to turn. So I'll be a bit more careful on like looking at Brighton options. But sorry, Forest options. I'll be a bit more careful with looking at Forest options. Brighton, I don't mind too much. Let me bring up the football scouts. Members area, looking at defense. The site takes a bit of time to load though. Keep Pau Torres. Yeah, I don't mind keeping Pau Torres. Look at Chelsea Villa rotation. Oh, Chelsea Villa rotation. Chelsea Villa rotation. Not much of a rotation though. They both have hard games in the same time. In Game Week 11 and Game Week 14. Not the. It's okay after that, but Game Week 11 and Game Week 14, you're a bit screwed. Not the best of rotations. So far, if I was to put last 6 game weeks maybe as a sample size. How much is Dalot? Dalot is like 5.1 or something. Mazraoui is like 4.5. I'd probably go for Mazraoui at this moment. The best defense is so far still Liverpool up there. Last 6 game weeks. Arsenal second, Forest up there, but then Forest's fixtures are about to turn. So this is kind of why I'm looking at like Bournemouth and Newcastle. The data is not too bad for them. Big chances considered is a bit of a problem though. Like, oh no, actually Newcastle and Bournemouth aren't too bad to be honest. Yeah, look at Forest. Fulham, man. Fulham. Oh my days. How have Fulham like not kept more clean sheets? This is insane. Only 5 big chances. That's crazy. But yeah, probably this is something I might keep an eye out on. Bournemouth and Newcastle. Plus 2.22 is a bit too much to be honest. Same with Arsenal. Look at that. Plus 3.69. They've conceded more goals than they should have conceded. That's definitely not good. Liverpool are kind of on par so far. Not too much of a problem. They are kind of on par. Same with Bournemouth and Newcastle as well. They're kind of on par with what they should be conceding. Yes, Hall and Anderson 4.3 for Int and O'Shea. I think Hall, Anderson, and Vanderberg and Southampton defender. And 3.9 looks best. Cheapest defense, I think. 3.9 isn't Burgers 3.9, Andy? The best is scrap. The best in the scrapyard. Yeah. Cheers, Ryan, for checking out. No worries. Yeah. Yeah, probably look at that. I don't know if I have any Veeam backs. That. Alright, we'll end it with this as well. After that, look at this table just for you guys. So XGI. How is Emerson so high? Leaf Davis, yeah, Collins, Trent, Shah. Interesting, but 5.4 too expensive. Mark Guehi after the goal, obviously. Gabriel, Dalot, Luis Hall. Look at that. 10 chances created for Luis Hall. Leaf Davis, man. 1 chances created. Insane. Guardiola up there. Nuri up there as well. Yeah, probably keep an eye out for Luis Hall, guys. Definitely one to kind of have a look at. And then obviously Kirkes is the Bournemouth defender who is up there. XA wise, Luis Hall is like high. XG wise, obviously you're looking for set piece threat. Yeah, chances created. Did you get sent my message? Oh yes, I did. Cole Palmer in a Man City t-shirt. What in the world? That's crazy. That is crazy. Lol. All right, I think we'll end it there. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Unless there are any further questions, if not, I'll be live for a podcast. I'll be live for a podcast on Wednesday, most likely. And then obviously we have the deadline stream on the Saturday, which I will be there for. And if there are no further questions, I will probably see you all for the podcast. I'll wait for like a minute to see if there are anyone else with any questions. Luis, minutes thoughts. Rico Luis, I think he'll get back to minutes. Like Kyle Walker wasn't playing too well, to be honest, in the last game. So I don't mind Rico Luis. I think he'll get his minutes back. I would, however, I'll probably look at eventually getting rid of him because the fixtures don't look clean sheet worthy. So I might look at potentially phasing him out. I would also monitor the I'll also monitor the Champions League games before deciding what to do with Rico. Because if he plays 90 minutes in Champions League, kind of wait and see. But I think he should be fine. The guest ready? Should be, yes. 7 a.m. Wednesday. 7 a.m. Wednesday. No, not a.m. Definitely not a.m. I think it might be p.m. your time, Tiger. Thanks, Shiraz. Hall is a buy for so buy him. Yeah, lads, Andy Combe, etc. UCL, yeah, monitor UCL. Hit the likes, guys. Yes, indeed. Hit the likes, people. Hit the likes, hit the subscribe. And if you are new, do hit the subscribe button. And if you have any alternate YouTube accounts, go subscribe on that as well, to be honest. I will see you all on Wednesday. Smash the like button. And shout out Combe, Joseph, and a few others also who, after the video is done, you guys make sure to always like comment. So thank you very much because that helps the YouTube algorithms. So if more of you guys can like comment on the video once it's done, that'll be amazing. You can just put anything you want. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a good week and have a good day as well. And peace out, everyone.